Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Here we go.
They'll start on the ground. Etienne fights loose. Inside the 10 and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Travis Etienne halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Steelers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9. The drive starts with a run from Antman. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. Now it's Jackson. He's going to wind up and air it out. He's got him in. Complete. Now he's loose down the middle of the field. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Ravens are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
72 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. The Steelers at 9-1 on the year. They've been as hot as anyone. The win last week makes it 9 out of 10.
And, partner, to me, this is a team that no matter what the matchup, they are up for the fight. They are really suited for the postseason the way they're playing right now. And I would not want to face them come playoff time.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. You look at this Baltimore defense. They were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen gained one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
Now it's Fields. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. On fourth down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Now it's Jackson. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They set up the screen. Achane has it. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A good pickup there, a 22. So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. To throw again is Jackson. Going up top. Oh, and that is incomplete. Well, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
He's going to let it go again. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great effort there. 39 yards. And the Ravens have taken the lead. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Here we go. EQ.
Out of the gun, Fields. Pass complete, George Pickens with it. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. A handoff for Etienne. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. You look at this Baltimore defense. They come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 23. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Here we go, son.
Back to throw. Fields. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Hey, Ken. Right.
Fields now to throw. And this one into the hands of Ingram downfield. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
Here we go.
Here's a give to Etienne. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. From 10 yards out. And the Steelers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Boswell good with the extra point, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives, so a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator is a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting sequence to watch. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Let's go. Get hot. Go.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. He's going to go up top again. And, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Well, this is simply a great read by a defensive back. It's 3rd and 10, so he sits right on where the yard-to-gain marker is, knows it's going to be a route around that distance, makes his read, breaks on the football, and makes a terrific play.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8.
Here we go.
Another tote for Etienne. And he'll earn a couple of tough yards past the 30 to the 31. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Yeah, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going.
Hey, Ken. Don't jump. Ready? Say hi.
From the gun on third down, Fields. He's airing it out for Williams. It's caught inside the 25. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Jamison Williams, 69 yards. And the Steelers are going to take the lead. Extra point now by Boswell. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they finally get to him out near midfield, but he's all the way across the 45 to the 46.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Jackson. He's going to go for a big play downfield. He's got it with the 15. And now they are knocking on the door inside Pittsburgh's 10. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 45 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. And Walker has it. Only a yard on the completion. It's second and goal. Achane gets it from the gun. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Call it a gain of 5. And that's going to bring up an interesting third and goal. Jackson now. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And we are hitting the home stretch here toward halftime. And to this point, this has been an exciting offensive explosion for both sides.
I think everyone in the stadium is going to have to regroup a little bit, including the two of us. Yeah, I think we have to get a little oxygen, relax a little bit, and see what we can get going for the second half. The same as these teams, because right now everything's working really well. Can someone come up with something to slow them down?
Yeah, both defenses back on their heels.
Right.
On second down, ETN once more. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 91 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Tonight.
Play action. It's Fields. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
51. Here we go, son. Angel, Angel, Angel. Tonight.
They're going to go. It's Fields. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st. That last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000's a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays high.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go. Tonight.
Fields. He'll drop that underneath to ETN. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 13-yard line. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Here's Fields. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They work now on 2nd and 9.
Easy, easy, easy. Here we go. Hey, Ken. Tonight.
To throw is Fields. That one out wide and intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Well, I would guess that combined, if you spoke to both defenses, neither side has a lot to celebrate today. They haven't had a lot of stops, but that one right there, that's a big one because they stole points away with that play. And just as importantly, picked up a key stop on an offense that's been really impressive here in the early going.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. After the interception, here's Jackson. This one thrown underneath to Antman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Throwing is Jackson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and then it'll be 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Report! Hey! You at? 180! 180! That's what?
Here's Jackson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Now an option play on second down. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave them with a third down.
In my humble estimation, terrific work there defensively. Running backs trying to get wide, get to the sideline, and they beat him to the spot, forced him out of bounds, pretty close to the line of scrimmage.
Now Jackson. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd.
Yeah.
After that one.
Here in the third quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a 4th down play.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Up the middle, Antman. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. Now it's Jackson. Flushed out right. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Jackson. That's complete right around the 8. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2. Running left, this is Booker. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. Booker will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the... Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. Ravens. And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. This time Jackson will throw it. They set up a screen. Achane has it. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll try and run with Booker. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just a 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Ravens will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Nolan Smith, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
It's now 3rd and 13.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here we go, son.
Here's Fields. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Here we go. Son.
They snap it to Fields. He's got his target. That's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line.
Easy.
It's a pickup of 44 yards.
Son.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this 3rd quarter of play. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From the 24 now, here's the 2nd down and 6.
Out, let's go. Here we go.
Out of the gun, Fields. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Here we go. Son.
Now Fields. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Here we go.
ETN. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Boswell for the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They hand off to their big tight end, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
Now Antman on 1st and 10.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
From the 33, here's a 2nd and 5.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. 2 yards is the pickup, and the Ravens are going to have a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Running left, Antman.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. They'll run for it with Antman.
And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line.
Again, it's Antman.
And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. Sliding out of the pocket. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Ravens add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Jackson and the Ravens still on the field. They'll go for 2.
The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. Forced out to his left. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This taken in at the goal line.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 40, right around the 39, so solid starting field position.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Here we go, son.
Off play action, Fields.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Nolan Smith able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
At the 30-yard line.
Here comes 2nd down.
Here we go, son. Jump slant. Sit high.
Straight ahead, ETN. And he will get a good amount of yardage back on 2nd down, but the clock still runs.
It's a gain of 15 yards and leads to 3rd down.
Here we go.
Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board.